Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your September 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. If you would like to book a private reading, check out my website at daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. I look forward to reading for you. So let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Oh, I love that. I love a gift from the universe right at the center of it all. With the Four of Wands. Oh, the Magician. Okay. The High Priestess. What a combo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, the Four of Cups. The Knight of Swords. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. The Six of Swords. The Three of Wands. The Two of Swords. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Okay, so we have, Empress energy, and then a bonus card of the Seven of Wands. All right. At the heart of it all, from the 16th to the 30th, so for the last half of September, you have the Ace of Wands. This is God's source spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing you a gift, a passion, of creativity, a fire, of determination, of focus. It's an illumination within the darkness. Now, you are absolutely taking that gift because the Magician is, in the area where we're needing to focus, right? In the area that we are, just kind of blessed in during this time and really growing and magnifying. And so here, he holds the wand in his hand, if you can see that right there. He holds the wand in his hand. So you get this gift and you take it, most definitely. So you might not feel all the time that you take it. You might be questioning, do I have this power? Do I have this tenacity? Do I have this ability? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. So at the heart of it all, you're being given a gift, a passion, a fire, of a light within the darkness, a torch to be lit to illuminate your way forward. Now, the challenge is going to be the Four of Wands. For one reason or another, you might not feel like you are able to celebrate yourself, you are worthy of celebration. So being aware of that is going to be very important. So Spirit's saying being aware that we might not feel worthy is important because we're going to diminish ourselves and kind of like dim that light that's coming through, that torch that's illuminating the darkness, because we're just going to kind of be used to that energy of, oh, I don't want to take up too much space, or I don't want to, I don't want to be noticed type of deal. So just be mindful about that. We can also be really waiting for really big things to be happening during the last half of September. And as we're waiting for the really big things, right? Because the Four of Wands can be weddings and, what is it? It's weddings and job opportunities and marriages are weddings, but big, huge celebrations and moving house and all these big major events. But how often do they happen? Our life is filled with a lot of small events sprinkled here and there with some really big ones. So here, just being aware and being connected to what you want to celebrate, to what you love, what's vitally important to you. And then the root of you is the energy to focus on, and that's the Magician, as above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. And you're going to see yourself standing before the altar of your existence, taking in your magic, taking in your tenacity, taking in your blessings, and really letting it shine, really letting you shine. And you're going to be looking at yourself in a different way. You're going to be questioning whether you have any right to stand there, right? If you have any talents whatsoever, that mindset, that question can be coming forward. And the answer is you absolutely do. You have every right to stand before your altar, to claim your power, to claim what it is that you desire. And see the gifts of passion, of fire, right? The gifts of your voice and the clarity of your mind, the gifts of your heart and your love and your kindness, and the gifts of prosperity and success and bounty. So here, you are claiming what is yours. And you might be, for the very first time, starting to see yourself as a very talented person. You might not have the same talents as everybody else. If you've stumbled across this channel, if you're part of this family, you might be quite different than other people, more sensitive, more caring, more compassionate. Here we try to live a gentler life, a quieter life, a softer life. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But the world tends to favor the bold and the loud and the brass. So here, embracing our calm and embracing our peace, and also knowing that as above, so below, as we believe it, so it becomes. We start to bless ourselves. We start to see ourselves as blessings, as anomalies within the world that tries to take the kindness out of us, that tries to make us harsher and fiercer. And, it's important, yes, to be able to stand up for ourselves, but it is also important to have a gentle heart and a kind spirit and a loving energy. And it moves us then to the energy that is now leaving. So we have the Magician. Our energy is really going to be focusing on our magic, standing in the here and now, claiming our gifts. Where we have been in the past, and the relatively recent past, is the energy of the High Priestess. This is a beautiful, this is a magical, power couple right here. And it can be that this magical power couple, right now she's on a business trip, right? The Empress isn't as close, not the Empress, the High Priestess isn't as close as she was to the Magician before. So we can feel that the intuitive knowledge isn't quite as strong as it had been relatively recently. But what we're also going to see is that we have learned to trust our intuition, to trust our guidance, to trust our inner knowledge, or the guidance of our angels and our spirit guides. We've learned to quiet ourselves and center ourselves and see what it is that we truly desire. We have also learned that if we listen, and if we, state what it is that we want, if we whisper it onto the wind, the answers can come back to us quite different than we had expected them to. Life is not always, and it's most likely isn't, what we had anticipated, what we had expected. So dreams and wishes and ideas are coming forward during this time. And seeds have been planted. You've also started to see things a lot more honestly, a lot more openly. And some illusions have been shattered. You could have thought some people were really great and then realized, oh no, they're not. They're just like everybody else. Or, you could have had some kind of I don't know. I just am seeing bubbles popped. In Cinderella, okay? Like in the Disney Cinderella where she's cleaning the floor and she has, and she's dreaming and all these daydreams go up into the bubbles. I always just love that scene, especially when I was little. It's just so pretty. And you're seeing the dreams pop. Like you saw certain dreams pop, but they weren't for you to have your dreams pop. It was that the shininess, the perfectness had to pop. And now they become real. And so they become a bit grittier. They become a bit more dimensional than they were before. So just be aware of that. The dream hasn't died. It hasn't, disappeared. It has taken form in a much more dimensional, much more kind of like salt of the earth, like planting its roots into the ground type of way. And it moves us then to your strength. And your strength during this time is going to be to see things differently than others have. Everybody's going to be looking in one direction, or you have been looking in one direction for quite some time. And you're like, oh, it's going to be just like this, right? But with this card of the Four of Cups, you're looking in that direction. And then you're going to kind of turn around. Like something's going to make you look at things differently. And you're going to be like, oh, what about this? What about this idea? What about this? And so ideas start opening up and new blessings start coming because you started to look at things differently. You started to look at yourself differently, what you want, what you desire, where it is that you want to be. But Spirit hands you a gift. It is a gift from God, Source, Spirit, however you say it, however you see it, that you weren't expecting. And it kind of pulls you out of your comfort zone. It pulls you out of the place that you thought you would be. And you're actually going to find a new comfort zone. You're going to find a new place where you're like, why was I so scared? Why was I so afraid of this? Why was this the boogeyman? And I, didn't want to move forward into this world, into this knowledge, into this understanding. And you're going to find that you wind up conquering something during this time that has been really scaring you. It's been overwhelming you, but it's been waiting for you to see it. It's been waiting for you to see it. It's like you're going to embrace a new talent. It's like you're leveling up in a video game. You're going to embrace a new talent that really moves you forward. It brings you then to this time and this near future of the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So Taurus, if you're born on the cusp with Gemini, if you have air sign energy in your chart, this can come through very powerfully. But even if you don't, it comes through very powerfully. This is you cutting through fears, doubts, the questioning of self. And this is you slaying your dragons. This is you slaying what has made you overwhelmed, what you thought you could never accomplish what you could never achieve. And you're going to see yourself moving forward, determined, focused, and insightful. You're also going to see that you have a gift with words during this time, a gift with knowledge and taking in knowledge. And you're opening up the doors to what you truly want in a way that once felt scary. It once felt overwhelming. It once felt like, oh, I can never do this. But you're going to see that you absolutely can. So with the Knight of Swords here, this is going to be a time, and this is going to be the last half of September. The end of September is a time of action for you. It is a time of clarity of thought. It is a time of clarity of mind. It might not all be perfect, but you're not here for perfect. You're here for getting the job done, moving things forward, and living your best life. And it doesn't have to be a perfect life. It is just simply a good life. It moves us then to the advice. Take your knowledge and move forward. Your angels are blessing you. You are going to be unsure. You are going to question a lot of different things. That's perfect. But you know a heck of a lot more, Taurus, than you give yourself credit for. You're waiting for it to be, again, that word perfect. It's never going to happen. So this is the time to take your knowledge and move forward. You're moving into your Avalon. You're moving into a blessing that is unknown. And as you move into that blessing, you start to see yourself in a different way. You start to go from being scared to being excited and bold and determined and insightful. And it brings us then to the advice. New ships are coming in. New avenues are moving forward. You're having opportunities come your way that you just weren't anticipating. So the Three of Wands is this connection coming forward, new horizons opening up, right? This is networking. This is seeing things in a different way. This is taking a path that you were like, I don't want to do that. And now you're like, yeah, I can do that. And it's not as overwhelming. It's not as scary. It's not as I want to say also sad as you had thought it would be, right? There is the sense of, oh no, this is a new adventure. Whereas before you thought, oh, it's a failure. It's not. You're on a new adventure. And I don't know why somebody here is thinking, oh no, that's a failure. You're not failing. You're reinventing. You're reclaiming also what it is that you want and how it is that you're moving forward. And it brings us then to the hopes and the fears. We can get very stuck, Taurus. We can be very stubborn about things, right? Earth sign energy, very stubborn, very kind of like, this is the way it's going to be. And what we're going to see is that we fear that we're always going to be stuck in either you go left or you go right. This is the only way for success. This is the only way for prosperity. But what we're also going to see during this time, which is our hope, is that new avenues open up that we hadn't imagined could. We start to see that we can be blessed in ways that we didn't even think were possible. And roads that we dreamed of, ways that we dreamt of moving forward, they start to find us again, even though we are older and wiser and have more to offer because of it. It didn't happen most likely for us when we were 15 years old, dreaming of our lives, laying on our beds as children. Here, we are going to see ourselves moving forward in what we have wanted and what our hearts have longed for, but we didn't quite know how to say. We didn't quite know how to claim. And it moves us then to the Empress. It moves us then to being this powerhouse of success and prosperity and bounty and abundance. We have tremendously powerful sacred feminine energy. We also have tremendously powerful sacred masculine energy with the Magician. So this is going to be a time of balance of energy for us. We are going to see that we are definitely moving forward towards what we dream. This is a time of creativity. This is a time of bounty. This is a time of abundance. And we are going to see our abundance moving us forward with tenacity and determination. The Empress isn't interested in being told what to do. She knows what she wants. She is determined. She is forceful. And she is going after what she desires. And so are you, Taurus. You're not going to be held back. You're not going to let yourself be questioned or kind of pushed around by anybody. You're really embracing your voice, what you want, and how you're moving forward. And as you're embracing your mind and as you're embracing your voice, you're seeing yourself in a new way, but you're putting that crown on your head. You're saying, I have every right to stand and take up space and claim my throne. I know what I want. I know where I'm headed, and I'm going after it. It doesn't mean we have, the castle on the hill. We don't need to. We can have a cottage by a stream and be perfectly contented. So here we are embracing the joy in our life. We are embracing the power within ourselves, and we are seeing ourselves shine. But we are seeing our creativity. We are seeing our prosperity of being really move forward. And we're seeing ourselves, endlessly abundant. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. And here we have abundance. This is a time of abundance. This is a time of success, and this is a time of bounty. It brings us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels, flexibility, the sacral chakra, sensuality of being, and also, creativity of being. So we're going to see ourselves connecting with our body, connecting with our mind and our spirit. And with the sacral chakra, we're going to be embracing our creative energy, our passionate energy, and moving ourselves forward. We are also going to know energetically that we have been stuck. And as we release the stuck energy through movement, it can be through dance, it can be through yoga, it can be through walking, it doesn't really matter. You're going to see that new creative energy, new passion, new ideas come forward for you. It brings us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. This is the Strength card. Now, this is Leo energy, and it could be simply, hey, be mindful of a Leo, time frame July 23rd to August 22nd. But it can also be, hey, be mindful of bullying energy. Be mindful of energy that says, I'm strong, I will tell you what to do, you will listen to me, and you will fall into line. Taurus, you're not buying it. You're not going to do it. You need to genuinely, you need to care in order to follow. And that's just going to be you. And that's just usually you in and of yourself. But here you're just not buying the you will listen because I demand it. It's not going to work. Okay, you can do the job, most definitely, but it's not going to be that deep connection. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is spontaneous. You have a spontaneous spirit during the last half of September. Doing something fun, doing something joyous, doing something spontaneous is just going to bring joy into your life. It's going to tickle your heart and make you really smile. So do it. Do embrace joy. Do embrace, laughter and happiness. Just do things that make you feel abundant of spirit. Your subconscious chakra message is angels and masters. And this is your angels and spirit guides. They are guiding you. This is the soul star chakra located 6 inches above your crown. They are cocooning you in their wings. Taurus, your angels are protecting you. They love you and they want to see you succeed. They want to see you achieve. And this is going to be a time where you feel deeply connected, deeply loved, and deeply cherished. It moves us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. This is the 4 of Swords. Be mindful that you can be really tired, but also be mindful that because you're going to be tired, you're just going to push yourself. You're going to be like, well, you know what? I'm tired. I just have to keep on pushing myself. I'm just tired anyway. I'm just going to have to push myself. Instead of taking it slow, taking it easy, and really being kind to yourself and honoring your story, and honoring everything that you've been through. So just be aware of that with the 4 of Swords. Take it slow, take it easy, be kinder to yourself, be gentle to yourself, and really respect your voice, but really respect everything that you have been through. It moves us then to your subconscious spirit message, and this is the 8 of Cups. There is something that you're done with. You're also subconsciously starting your own adventure, your own quest. You're moving forward in a way that is anticipatory and beautiful for you, but you're also saying, that's it. I'm done with certain things here with the 8 of Cups, where you're walking away from something you once thought you would love. And you mean it. You mean that you're done. It's like, I'm not doing this. I don't want to do it. And I have no desire to. And that's going to be really quite profound for you. That subconsciously you've ended something and you didn't even realize it, consciously. And then you realize oh my gosh, I've left that behind. All right, Taurus, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. Bye.